So I had this wonderful honor and opportunity to talk to my next VIP guest. I enjoyed thoroughly talking to her, what her challenges are starting her business, what she does during the slow months, and how she's growing in her business. It's a young business, but it's growing. So, I am so excited when I talk to my guests. So come, let's go meet this wonderful VIP of mine. So please help me welcome my VIP guest. Oh my God, I am so happy to have you on. I am really excited. And like I told you guys, the person I'm having on today is a dear friend of mine, a very hardworking lady who does not believe that, even when you're kicked down or whatever challenges are coming your way and she's just going to stay. No, no, no. She uses that as a stepping stone to doing, even better and greater things. I'm talking about my friend Laura Javier, and she's the owner and CEO of Hello Beauty 360. Did I get that right?
Yes.
You're welcome. You're welcome to Glamcare Academy. And in this segment, essentially what I do is I'm using my platform to spotlight, to promote, and to publicize, if you will, and market people doing their thing, especially women. I find that, and you and I have talked about this before, that starting out, one of the things we struggled with was being visible. People knowing about us, knowing about our services, and getting those clients, the traffic in the door. And when I realized like my platform is actually starting to grow, thank God. And I thought, you know what, I'll just have a segment that I will use my own contribution to supporting other people in business. So that's why I have this VIP segment where I'm showcasing powerful, very relatable business women and men, because men are saying that I'm sidelining. That's not true. It's just I'm very passionate about women. So anyway, welcome to Glamcare Academy. How did you get started? How did you get started on your journey?
Oh, well, with body contouring, I started probably like over 3 years ago. Um, and I was always in the beauty industry. I went to beauty school and then I ended up also doing nails. And well, actually, how I came across body contouring was, well, like over 3 years ago, I got out of a relationship, but in that relationship, well, I gained weight, right? So I was like, well, now I'm single. I'm trying to watch what I'm eating. I'm trying to go to the gym, but sometimes that doesn't always work with our busy schedules. So I started looking into other things that could help me. So I came across body contouring. So I looked for more information. I started looking for videos. I saw that it was more popular in the south part of the country. And so that's why I started doing more research about it. I looked if there was anywhere where I could maybe try it. There was nowhere close to me, so I had to probably go like an hour from me, but I wanted to try it. So I was very interested. So then I started looking for where I can take a class and I would like to learn and try it.
Yeah.
And I was very fascinated by how this works. No surgery, no nothing, because not all of us can afford surgery. Some of us also are scared of getting surgery, right? I'm very scared of it. So personally, I am. So that's how I took my first class. I started practicing on myself. I lost a lot of weight. I was using everything that I learned. So before I started doing body contouring, I was probably like an extra large size, large. And I slowly, like, eventually started like losing the weight. I was doing it every 3 days on myself. And then I was going to the gym. And then I started, once my friends saw me, they wanted to try it too. So I was like, yeah, come home. I will try. I will let you
Yeah.
try it. So I will do
Yeah.
it on my friends, relatives. So they were all like, oh my gosh, this really works. You should start doing this as a business. And at first I was a little bit like shy about it because I felt that I was still new. So I decided to continue practicing with friends and relatives for a year. I definitely lost the weight, lost a lot of weight. And So after a year, I decided to start actually taking clients. I went and rented it was an office room. I was sharing it with another girl. So I was there for probably 6 months, I think, until eventually I thought that I could grow a little bit more and expand. So I went and looked for another place. So I am now renting a room in the salon, and I am more busy here. My clients have been very satisfied. I actually have regulars, people who have been like very happy with the results, and they continue coming here. So I really enjoy this. I enjoy seeing women happy with their own bodies. I feel that a lot of times the way we feel, it depends, like our whole mood as women, right? It will all
Right,
be depends on how we feel with ourselves. And I
right,
noticed that a lot of women are not too confident with themselves. um, they always are self-conscious. We all are self-conscious sometimes. So seeing them happy, seeing them achieve their goals, their body goals makes me happy.
right,
And so it kind of hypes me up to continue
right.
doing this and learning more things. So I'm very happy with what I'm doing.
Right. You know what? I just loved listening to you because um, one of the things that we in this industry get a lot, especially with body contouring, because it's still so very new, is
Yeah.
are the results permanent? Are the results to be seen? You know, is it real? Is it like surgery? How do you answer those people when they ask you things like that?
So when they ask me if there are actually results, I say yes. And I always tell them, look at me, I lost a lot of weight and I have 4 kids. So a lot of people sometimes don't believe that I have 4 kids. And I'm very happy, but I always tell them it's body contouring. I always tell them I do it on my abdomen, I do it on my glutes. I
Yes,
try everything that I offer. I have tried on myself first. I always tell them that.
wonderful.
Um, and so I always tell them that it's the same thing like with surgery, right? When it comes to keeping the results, you have to also take care of the results
Good.
that we have achieved.
Yeah.
You cannot just come here for one session, lose 2-3 inches, and then go back home and then eat all these carbs and sugars and then come back next week and you gain all of that again. So I always tell them it's teamwork, right? It's like a team effort. I will do my part, but you have to do your part too. So if we both stick to doing our best and working together, then by the time that you're done with your package or with all your sessions, you will have the results that you came here looking for. But and then after that, I was tell them, and then you have to also continue that type of lifestyle. Watch what you eat, try to at least go for a
Yeah,
walk, drink a lot of
definitely.
water.
A lot of, you know what, that's the perfect answer because that's what I tell them, because that's one of the most common question, you know,
Yeah.
are the results, is it permanent? And I tell them, look, even when you have surgery, is it permanent? You have to maintain. If you don't maintain, I do post-op and I have people who are bigger than when they first went in for the surgery. They're bigger now because they didn't maintain. And they would tell you, they're like, oh, I didn't. I'm like, yeah, you did not. So it's like saying you go to the gym for 2 weeks and you're expecting
Mhm.
results to last for a year. What are you talking about? That's not, it is like you said, something that you said that I love. It is teamwork. You know, I'm doing my part and believe me, I do my part. But you also have to do your part, you know, it's team effort. So that is so true. That is, you gave the perfect answer. You can't expect to see results. And then when you see it, you think, that's all you need to do. No, when
Mhm.
people have a certain weight goal, that people have a certain type, you know, the body they're having, it's either you're going to the gym every day working out, you know, or you're coming to us, you know, and you still have to live an active lifestyle, you know, so you have to eat right, you have to change your lifestyle. So one thing I know you and I had talked about very early on was marketing, getting clients, you know. How have
Mhm.
you been able to tackle that? What are your challenges when it comes to getting clients in the door? I mean, I know it's better now because you're in a salon, so you do have that traffic. People see you, and that's good. That really helps. But what are some of the things that you have done to help you, especially in the slow, because we're going to slow months? What are the things
Yes.
that, yes, I know it's scary. Uh, but what are, for anyone listening now, watching, what are some of the things that you've done to get to tackle that issue of marketing?
So what I usually use for marketing is Instagram ads and Facebook ads. I do not get a lot of the traffic here from the salon because I feel that most people are not familiar with what body contouring is. So I have to be a little bit more, I guess,
Creative.
not creative, but I feel like I need to accept the fact that this is not something that is very popular.
Mhm.
So I will need to make the time to educate more
Yeah.
my audience.
Yeah.
And I know that since I moved here, I've been a little bit busy and I haven't made the time to do that. Even though I've been working, I started videos, I just have to edit them. But I do a lot of the social media ads, and that has brought clientele. However, I feel that I need to work more on educating my clients and also the people who follow me, because they do have a lot of questions. They do not know how this work. So I do need to make the time for that. I have not tried any marketing companies.
Okay.
They do require a lot of money, and since I was starting, I could not just come up with all the money.
Right.
I do run a lot of specials. I do have specials, like weekday specials, and this is how I stay busy during the week.
Mhm.
So if anybody wants to come from Monday to Thursday, I have sometimes $50 specials, $60 specials. I just had to come up with, like, other things that could attract people. I had to be more creative.
Mhm.
Also on weekends, I do run certain specials too, for holidays. Also like Black Friday, Mother's Day discounts, or I will do like a buy one, get a second free.
Mhm.
Just because I know I was starting, this is my first year, and I want people to come and try my services. I am very confident with the work that I do. So I know that if they come here and try it, they will be satisfied and they will come back. So I am not too worried about offering the specials. Plus, also with the specials, weekday specials, I have met a lot of other women who are wonderful women, and they became my regulars, and they come here like every week for the weekday specials, but also they like coming here because they get to lay down and they get to talk to me, and I do enjoy having women come to me, not only trust me with their body goals, but also they trust me with their own life, and then we talk. So I really enjoy every aspect of this business. I do. I enjoy it a lot,
It's
and I
interesting.
enjoy working.
Yeah, it's interesting you brought that up, because one thing I have found is that we're like therapists.
Yes.
A lot of, yeah, I find a lot of my clients, when they come, they want to talk. We're talking about not just about the body. We're talking about relationship, about kids, about
Yes.
interest, activity. It's like they just feel comfortable and confident enough to, like, in me, to like, hey, look, you're a woman, you get it. Let's talk.
Mhm.
And that's one of the things that is really satisfying about what we do. We're just not molding people's bodies, but we're also like, we listen, we
Yeah.
listen, because I find a lot of my repeat customers, they've become my friends, and they just want to come, relax, and just unload, unload whatever is in their mind, you know. So that is so true. Now, one thing we didn't talk about is Laura Javier.
Mhm.
Her business is Hello Beauty 360. Is actually located in Pennsylvania. What part of Pennsylvania?
Horsham.
Horsham?
Horsham. I am probably like 25 minutes outside of Philadelphia.
Okay. So like she said, 25 minutes outside of Philadelphia, Horsham. So yeah, I'm going to have all that information anyway. So you're going to, you know, be able to reach her, follow her, support her on a social media um, um, platforms. Also her business, you know, we're going to put her business name, a way that you can reach her if you have questions. And another thing that you do, which I would want to spotlight here, is you offer you also offer, because I do see, if you're on her Instagram, you see it. What's your Instagram name?
It's Hello Beauty 360.
Hello Beauty 360, because you offer your I really love this. And it's something that I actually would love to do also, even for my own business. You offer the services in Spanish. You know,
Yeah.
do that. So and I think that's great. That's really great. But what made you want to do that? Because I think that's a fantastic idea. What made you want to also, because very rarely do you find, at least I've seen people's posts, not a lot of people offer their posts and their services in Spanish.
Like,
Yeah, you know, like yeah, Spanish speaking, that's what you say, right?
yeah.
And English.
Mhm.
Yeah. I like that. I like the fact that you do that. Why do you do that?
Well, Spanish is my first language. I think it's obvious. English is not my first language. So I grew up speaking Spanish. I'm originally from Peru. And I have met other women who also speak Spanish, but they don't feel comfortable going anywhere else because they feel that they cannot actually tell them what they want or what their concerns are. They feel that they cannot really communicate with other people. So that is why sometimes I do make some posts in Spanish. I do make some videos in Spanish.
Yes.
I would say probably half, maybe more than half of my clients are Spanish speaking women. And I do enjoy when they come here too, and they always have like all these questions. Plus, I know that a lot of body contouring services also started, come from a Spanish country like
Yeah.
Colombia.
Yeah.
All of those places.
Yeah.
Yes, so it is more. I feel like Spanish women are a little bit more familiar with body contouring, so for them it's easier to be like, oh, so you do with therapy, oh, you do the vacuum, oh, you do this. So they just message me, and they always message me in Spanish. So for them it's like, they're always like, do you speak Spanish? I'm like, yes, I do. So it is easier. And like, oh, can I call you there? And I was like,
Yeah.
yes, you can call
Yeah.
me. You can
Yeah.
come for consultation too.
Yeah.
So they love that they can come and get service by someone who speaks their language and also will understand more about the culture. So even when they're laying down here and they're sharing about their life and whatever's going on at home, I will understand. I can relate more. So I do enjoy
It's
that
a
too.
beautiful, beautiful marketing packaging. It's beautiful. I love it. And I'm like, I love that, because I've also seen others of other Hispanic people, with that heritage, but they're not doing it. They're not tapping into that. Maybe they're not comfortable in it, or maybe they don't speak Spanish. I don't know. I don't want to speak for them. But what I'm saying is, I do know of other people of, that heritage that are not tapping into this, because that's true. When people find that you share some common history with them, they're more at home to open up, to trust you. So I think that's a beautiful thing you're doing. I would also love, because again, I want to widen my clientele. So I would love if I could get someone who can teach, and also maybe do some of my posts in Spanish. It's so funny, because there was one of my students, but again, she's gone on to nursing school, so she's so busy. But she's always said that, oh, when she's done, she's gonna come. She wants to work with me, and I'm like, okay, you'll just handle that department. Just know you're gonna learn this work and you're going to be teaching it, and this is what we're going to do, and so but I'm excited about that. I love it when people are creative. I really do. And you are. Oh my God, you guys, you need to go to Hello Beauty 360 on IG. Your post, they're so creative. I love it. I'm telling you, if I could travel from Ohio, where I am, to get services with you, I will. They okay, guys, what I didn't tell you about the way Laura and I became friends, it's just like two people just trying to find their way. And she's more into social media than I am, at least with Instagram, because I just don't get it. But I just want to say thank you to you, because you helped me. Like, okay, go to this place. I take the picture this way, flip it this way, do this way. I'm like, okay. And those things, they help, when you're starting out, and someone, you never forget. You don't, at least not me. I don't forget those that, are there from the beginning. So I'm also excited that you're going to start adding some other services. So what other services did you say you're going to be adding in the fall? You said you're coming up with some services.
Yes. So for the fall, I was planning to start offering facials. So different facials. Yes. I was also thinking about adding teeth whitening and possibly lip fillers.
Yes.
But I'm still about that one.
You should. You totally should. Those are high market value. People want their lips plumped. Teeth whitening is something I'm excited about, because it's a low cost but high earning business. Does that make sense? So when people already come, people are like, oh, you do teeth whitening? I find, for me, I don't know about other people, but a lot of guys like teeth whitening. I don't know why, but people like teeth whitening, and some people, that's all they do. Teeth whitening is not bad. I believe that anything you can start small, as in small capital, and then you can scale it up. It's really, really nice. Again, I've been talking to Laura Javier. She is the owner and CEO of Hello Beauty 360. How did you come about your name? Hello.
Well, I know, right? So actually, when I decided to start my business, I was trying to figure out the name, right? So I didn't know what to call it. And I was like, I don't know, I want to name it something that will sound attractive to people, also in English. And I felt like, well, my first language is not English, so I wasn't sure if I was gonna come up with the right, like, very catchy name. So I called my younger brother, and because when we came here, he was very young, so his English is a lot better than mine. So, and he's also, but he's a barber. I feel like everybody in my family is in the beauty industry. So I called him and I told him about my plans, and he was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And so I told him, but I don't know what to name it. So I started like throwing ideas, words here and there. And then he was like, call it Hello Beauty. Hello Beauty. Yeah. And I was like, so I was like, yeah, I think it's catchy. So then I asked his girlfriend, and she was like, yeah, I like the name too. So that's how I decided. But then because I feel like there's another business or company that already has a name, just Hello Beauty, for copyright reasons. Trademark and all of that. So I decided to call it Hello Beauty 360, because there's also one of my services is called like a Lipo 360.
Yeah.
Lipocavitation 360.
360.
So
I think you should have a service called Hello Beauty 360.
Maybe I should call it Hello Beauty 360.
Hello Beauty. Yes. Trademark it. That's your name. Hello Beauty 360. I think you should. It's beautiful. I love it.
That's a great idea.
Lipo 360 is Hello Beauty 360. That is your signature service, Hello Beauty 360. Start marketing it, start putting it out there. Hello Beauty 360.
I might come up with
Yeah.
I might
Oh,
come up
I
with that. So
trust
maybe
you.
we'll have a
I know.
special next weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello Beauty 360. So people coming in like, did you get the Hello Beauty 360? Or did you get the Hello Beauty 360? Oh, I got the Hello Beauty 360. And you just put whatever, you know, make it a package. Make it, you know, certain
Yes,
package that you put in there. So it's the Hello 360 beauty package, whatever.
Mhm.
I know you're gonna come up with something. I know you always come up with great things. But I
Yeah,
like
I'm already thinking about it.
yeah, Hello Beauty 360 package, Hello Beauty 360, I don't know, fat dissolve, whatever. You just put your own thing in there and bum bum bum, it goes in. So that's great. That's really great. I'm excited about that. What do you think? I always ask, especially when I have female guests, do you think what do you think about women in business, and how do you think we are to each other? How do you think we as women are to each other? Do you think we support each other enough?
I think it depends. Either in business or at a work or in any type of relation sometimes we have, it depends on the person, right? Some people are more supportive than others. And I also I don't know if it's because I've been reading a lot about this, but I feel it also has a lot to do with how the person is internally, how they feel. Like a lot of times it has to do like with home upbringings, but it's just their personality. Some people in general, and sometimes women tend to not feel confident enough, and then they start kind of envying or hating on other women, right? Versus the other women who feel very confident on what they offer and their work and their value. They don't have anything to envy or hate to other women. So then they're like more supportive, and they're like, oh, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it too. So I guess it depends. I don't think it might have we might see this only like in businesses, but I feel like in general, just in life, we see different people who feel differently. But I feel that it all comes down to how you feel about yourself.
That's yourself. Oh wow, that's a good way to look at it. Oh.
Yes, if you love yourself, you're happy with yourself, you're confident with yourself, then you will be like you will just radiate light to everybody else, right? And everybody else will get that good vibes that you have. So since you're happy with yourself, you have nothing to envy or to hate, from other people. You will just be happy with their success, and you will be like, yes, we can do it. Personally, I feel that as a Latina, as a Spanish woman, I feel that in our culture, a lot of times, based on the statistics, some people tend to look down on some minorities and feel like we get pregnant and we have kids and we're just stay-home moms, or we live this type of life, and a lot of times I talk to my other friends, my other Latina friends, and I tell them, hey, just because people say this doesn't mean we have to live our lives that way. We should show them that we can do a lot better, that we can be successful, that we can raise successful children. So in my case, I feel that I've done all of this because I believed in myself. I believe I could do it. Even though I'm a single mom with 4 kids, I believed in myself. So I just want other women to also succeed, to do well in life, to raise successful children, not only Latinas, but any other woman out there. I am more the type of person who will encourage somebody else. That's how I feel. I feel that we are a very strong sex. We might not be strong physically, but emotionally, we're very strong. And I feel that when we set our mind to something, we can do it. So again, I think it just depends on how everybody treats other people. It depends on how they feel about themselves. Uh,
Okay.
Personally, I am very confident, and like I always tell when because sometimes people will come and tell me, oh, so and so is doing this too, or like there's another body contouring place that open like maybe 15, 20 minutes, and I always say, and that is great, that is good. There is enough bread for everybody else to eat, like for all of us to eat. So I
Yeah.
don't have a problem with that. We all
No,
have our own techniques. We all have our own clientele. Um, so I
yeah.
just don't
I
see
don't,
the problem.
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because when people are, you cannot be afraid of competition, like you said, if you're confident, because this is the thing. Before we started doing this, medical doctors, the surgeons, they do stuff like this. And some of them are still offering non-invasive techniques like we're doing. But we're still getting business, right? How come we're still getting business? Because they can't there's more supply than demand. I mean, sorry, there's more demand than supply. Does that make sense? Because people always say, oh, this, I'm like, yeah, but before we came on, people were doing this business before us, right? But we're still getting
Yes.
our own, right? Yeah. There will be other
Yes.
people coming behind us, So people always say that, like, oh, okay, take for instance where I live right now. In this town alone, is a small town, but I would tell you we have about 6, a minimum. And I'm saying 6, but I think it's more nail places. Every time you go, when you walk in, you will stay an average of an hour plus anywhere of these places. Why do you think that is? Well, because they're booked. So if you don't
Mm-hmm.
book and you're like, and I've tried it, like, oh, I forgot to book, I'm just going to walk in. Well, you're going to sit there for like hours. It doesn't matter any one of the 6. And I'm saying 6, I know 6. There are those that just the other day, a friend of mine was telling me about another one. I'm like, I didn't even know that one was there. Yes. And she was, the reason why I found out was like, oh, she was like, I didn't book. Now she can't get me in. So that's like number 7. It's a small town we live in. In this same small town, we have hairstylists. They're at least 30 plus. They're all booked. Okay. So what does that tell you? Everybody's got clients. What are you talking about? Everybody's got, people come to you for you.
Yes.
Everybody's not for everybody, Somebody might come to me because they just like the way they flow with me. They might not care for you. Some other person would want to be with you and they're like, oh, no, not Amy. I don't even understand what she's saying. I don't understand that accent. So you know what I mean? I'm not going to Amy, I'm going to Laura. So I'm saying people, what is yours is yours. You cannot, like you said, once you feel confident, are you kidding? Their business is opening up every day.
Yes.
Their businesses, do you know how many spas there are? And more are coming up. And before we started, are you going to tell me no, let's not, I don't know. People talk. Let me even tell you, somebody told me recently, asked me, why do you want to teach? If you're teaching competition. I'm like, huh?
Yes.
What does that mean? But then I guess they also have their own, I don't know if to say it's wrong or right, but you just need to, like you said, be confident, and just keep moving. You can't look behind you or see what other people are doing. Just, oh my God.
And like you said, some people come for you, right? Like that's what I always say. We all have our own techniques and we have our own ways of like dealing with or treating our clients, and different ways of socializing. So I feel that, like you said, when people feel comfortable with you, they will come to you. If they see results with you, they will come to you.
Come to you.
So,
they'll come to you. What is yours will come. I have people coming from very far places to come to me. I can't say because they can find it where no, it's just that thing of, I just love hanging with Amy. I just want to say Amy. That's what it is. Essentially, that's what it is. I mean, they pass all these other places to come to me. It's because they, again, so yeah, people need to understand that. Essentially, that's just what it is. But I love talking to you. I love the growth. I love seeing you and how far you have come.
Yes.
So for people coming into the business, what would be your advice for someone, watching now and saying, oh, I just love this woman. I love the way she's talking, but I don't think, how do you start a business? How do you go into, I'm so scared to start. What do you tell those people?
Um, for any business or especially body contouring?
Any business. It could be body contouring. We could talk about body contouring because that's what you're doing. But let's talk about body contouring. Yes.
Okay. No, I mean, if it was specific body contouring, probably I will say the way I did it was I wanted to be confident with the knowledge that I had. So if you are new and you are starting with this, try to practice as much as you can. Practice from your friends, your neighbors, coworkers, whatever it is, practice because everybody's different. So even though we are trained a certain way and to follow certain steps, eventually you will realize that all of that doesn't work the same with every person. So you will have to use variations and do different treatments and with different people. And that you will only know with some practice and experience. So for body contouring, that's one of my advice, I guess, to the new people coming into this business. But in general, I know that a lot of times we are scared to start. It's scary just to start a business. You don't know if it's going to work or not. I know for me personally, I have a lot of faith. So for me personally, it was, I'm always been the type of person who thinks that if you set your mind to something, you can do it. That has always been my thing. And so I wanted to do something different. And I saw that I liked this body contouring. I liked it. I saw I was good. So I felt confident with myself. So I pray. I prayed and I asked God, guide me, tell me what to do. And I was scared. I was a little bit scared. And actually, I started when I was unemployed. I always worked. I always had a job. I was always in the corporate world. And so sometimes I feel like God works in mysterious ways, right? So all of a sudden in that company, things started getting like difficult. So it became very stressful for me. And I said, I'm going to leave. Having faith that I was going to find another job because something was telling me something better was coming. 1 week, 2 weeks, went to different interviews, nothing. So I was, and the idea of starting this business was in my head, so I decided to just take that leap of faith. And I was like, you know what? I always say, and we know this might sound cliche, but when life throws you lemons, make lemonade.
Yeah.
I have this skill. I have already the machine. I've been practicing at home. You know what? I have this little bit of money, but let me invest it. So that's what I did. I went and I was sharing the office with this girl, and I started posting on social media. I was running ads. I was telling all of my friends. I even went to like the Spanish grocery stores in my town, and I was just posting flyers. I am starting this, and I just had the faith. But with any business, it is difficult at first. Even though I advertised and post the flyers, it's not like I was booked every single day. I wasn't. I did get on a job eventually, but I was still doing this. And I was holding on, I guess, to the dream, right? To being not only like financially successful, independent, but also to the dream of like having something for myself, feeling the sense of accomplishment that I did something on my own, that I could set an example for my children, and that maybe someday I can leave something for them. So like I said, at first it's difficult. Any business, it is difficult. This based on what I read when I went in school, right? The first year is always the most difficult. You will lose more money than you will make. And this is the time when people usually give up. But if you stay strong and hold on to that, to the second year, it might get a little better. You might start breaking even, you know, you might start saying, okay, this is working. So still don't give up. If you have made it to the third year, that's when you actually have become, you know, okay, this is a stable business. Now you can, you're actually growing then, right? So just hold on there for all the people who want to start a business. Just hold on for the first 3 years. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep going. Have a lot of faith. And yeah, and just do what you do with love, because I feel that's what helped me, that I enjoy and I love what I do.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm not giving up.
Right. That is just great. That's great advice. You guys, you heard it, you know, don't give up. And like she said, a lot of people will say the first year of business is really tough. It is tough. It's tough. You're not even breaking. We're not even talking breaking even. We're talking about staying afloat. Okay. And then with the second year, things start to get better, you know, and hopefully you're breaking even. And then with the third year, then you're now starting to see profit. Do you see what I'm saying? So, and people will tell you this, read any book, go on, you know, social media, look at blogs and what have you. It is, you know, there is a saying, Rome was not built in a day. You see Walmart today, you see Target or Target, you see a whole lot of these businesses. They started somewhere. So sometimes I think that's what people do. Sometimes they compare. I don't compare. I think when you start comparing yourself to people and others, that's when you become, I think that's when you start failing, to me. Now, understand this, comparing, if you're comparing to be inspired, that's different. You know, like, oh, you know what? I see what Laura is doing. I want to build. Oh, wow, I love her. You're actually seeing her with open mind. You know, I see what she's doing. I love what she's doing. Let me see if I can incorporate that, because I want, because you can copy. When I say copy, you're learning a successful person. That's good. That's lovely. And you can compare in that way. But if you're comparing with envy and saying, oh, I got this, oh, Laura already got this, and you don't, oh, it means I'm failing. Well, then, yeah, to me, that's not, don't compare. I don't. Yeah. I run my own race. I tell people that. I mean, is there something you want to add to that? I mean, what do you believe that? You know?
What I always tell my kids is everybody's different, and things will always work differently for everybody. But I always tell them, as long as you have a goal in your life, it doesn't matter how long it will take you or how the path might be for you. But as long as you have your goal, you know where you're going. Some people might be faster. Some people might be a little bit more difficult to get there. But as long as you have a goal, we're not all the same. Sometimes some of us need a little bit more learning in the way. Some of us need to make a little bit more mistakes in order to be able to get to our goal, right? So life is different for everybody. We're all different. We all need to learn differently. So I don't think it will be fair to be like, oh, she's my age and she's doing much better than me. So no, I think like I've seen people maybe that were younger than me and they were doing better than me. And I always think, that's good for them. But for me, I know, like, I know for me might take a little bit longer, but I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going, and that's all that matters.
I love that. As long as you have your sight on the goal, have your sight on the goal, no matter what. We all run our race. Everybody their race. Have your sight on the goal, you won't miss it. Doesn't matter how you get there, you know, but as long as you get there. I love that. I really do. I really do, because I always tell people that we all run our race. It's just the same thing with even the body contouring will do. Some people in 3 sessions, they're like, oh, wow, I've lost all this. Others, it might take them 12.
Yes.
One size doesn't fit all. That's essentially what it is. So, oh my God, I could talk to you forever. It's beautiful. It's just so great. Again, yeah. So let's just remind people again. So you're on Instagram, Hello Beauty 360. Are you on Facebook?
Yes, it's the same name for Facebook or Instagram.
Okay, guys, you heard that. Hello Beauty.
I don't have a lot of videos. I'm still working on my videos, and I'm trying to make time, but also on TikTok. It's the same name for all 3.
Same name. Hello, I love it. Hello Beauty. Hello Hello Beauty
Hello
360.
Beauty
Hello,
360.
hello Beauty 360. Please go ahead, support our sister, support small businesses. Small businesses become big businesses one day, but we need all your support. And I just love talking to you. There's so many, I love the life advice you just gave, you know, as don't give up. Don't give up. Those of you starting business, don't give up. Okay. Just because after, the first year is like, oh my God, it will be that way. But it's not only you, everybody's going through that, and then have your sight on a goal. It doesn't matter how you get there. You just make sure you don't take your eyes off the goal. I love that. Thank you so much. That's so beautiful. It was so lovely. And thank you for taking time out to have this interview, to bless us with your presence today.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's been a blessing. I love it. I love those life advice. It's so good. So I'm going to leave your contacts, in the signs below, so where people can reach you. She is in she's like 25 minutes out of Philadelphia. That's not a lot. You can travel. People travel 1 hour to go see her, so 25 minutes, not, it's a little thing. So we're going to put her address there. We're going to put a way for you to reach her, and please, just support. Okay, that's what we want. Just put the word out there. Okay, I believe when you put good out, good comes back to you. So thank you for supporting, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being here, and I will definitely be speaking to you again. You and I are always speaking anyway, so
Yes.
we'll be talking behind the scenes. But remember, Hello Beauty 360 package. I want to see that.
You will see it
I want
next
to see
weekend.
that.
I have a special.
Yes, hello, and then again we can come back here and talk about it. Make sure whatever post it is, send it to me so I can also blast it, on my because I do that too for even people I don't know. I mean, I do that for people in the industry, anyone in business. I will post anything on my platforms, and of course talk about it here. But thank you so much, and it was lovely talking to you, and you be safe, okay?
Thank you. You too. It was very nice talking to you too. Thank you for having me with you again.
Sure. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye.